What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Alright guys, what I have for you today, okay, as you can see they're actually exposed. What I have for you today is a very easy and kind of cool looking storage solution that has a popcorn minecart system. Okay, so what I mean is you press the button, poof, and it also has some tunes to it. It's a little xylophone. Okay, I gave the design of the xylophone and I added some music. And there's no button. You can put a button if you want, but if you're just walking up and looked at this really quickly, you wouldn't really know what to do. Obviously, you can see the what is it called? You can see the observers behind here, but everything else looks the same. So if you're really paying attention, but if you know what to do, poof, press it and they pop out, and it's really cool. I wanted to have it where it was kind of hidden. Now, if you wanted to, you can put the observer blocks on this side as well, just so it does look even. But I mean, if you don't want to waste them, you could just put black concrete, and I think it looks kind of passable. And then you also have your storage here, your Shulker storage, as long as you do it this way where they're facing out like this, which is awesome. Okay, so let's just get into what you're going to need and how to build it. Now, I already did a tutorial. I just didn't like the way it came out. Okay, so let's build it right about here. All right, so this is what you're going to need for that specific build. You're going to need red concrete, white concrete, black concrete. These are just decoration blocks, so feel free to use whatever you want. You're going to need some sticky pistons, some comparators, or actually I think just one comparator. Redstone repeaters, a bunch of those, a bunch of redstone, a couple of torches, some 2 hoppers, and I believe just 2 torches. Crafting table, again, that's just for decoration. Some dirt and note blocks, again, that's just for decoration, and this is for the noise. You're going to need 1 rail and 1 minecart with chest per however many of those you want. It is completely expandable. We're only going to be building this today, just the one side, and then as you can see in the tutorial I will show you how to turn it if you want to. You're going to need some observers, or 1 observer, unless you wanted to make them all observers, then feel free to do that. An item frame, and you already have the block, so we're just going to put that inside. And then you're just going to need whatever color shulkers you want, or if you want to use chest, you can do that. Just make sure you use stairs for the tops and bottoms instead of the white concrete. Okay, but that being said, let's just get into this. So what you're going to do first, okay, is you're going to find where you want to start your first one, and you're going to dig down 3. 1, 2, 3, and you're going to put your sticky piston facing up. Okay, you're going to do that again. We're going to do 5. So it's 3, 4, 5. Make sure it's 3 down. So you're technically placing that on the 3rd block, so there should be 2 blocks of space above it, and then you're going to have the gap in between. Okay, so that's 5. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to our repeaters. Again, we're going to go 3 down. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to put the repeaters facing into that. Okay. Then what you're going to do, not starting with this first one, but in between the first and second, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, put a repeater, 1, 2, 3, put a repeater. You should have 4 of these. Okay, and here's where if you were going to connect it to the next one, if you were going to make it wrap around, you would just go ahead and put it here. So 1, 2, because I'm going to show you how to wrap it around. So put it there. And again, you don't have to do 5. You could do 1, you could do 2, you could do 100 going down. It doesn't matter. But wherever the point is that you want to turn it, put it here. Or if you don't want to turn it, just don't put that one at all. Okay, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Then in between all of the repeaters, again, you're going to break down 3 and go like this. 1, 2, 3. Although now that I think about it, you technically could just break that bottom one because we're going to cover this back up. So that was silly of me. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cover this back up really quick. Okay. And that's just so nothing spawns in there. That's all. You cover those up, and then right here where these are, you can just cover that. Whoops. Okay. But in between these spaces, right here, we're just going to go sticky piston facing in like this. Okay. And then again, I would just come down here and cover it twice. Just go 1, 2, 1, 2. You don't have to. That's not mandatory. But I'm doing it to, again, prevent things from spawning. So what we're going to do is just going to fill this up. This is just for the look, for the design. And then make sure you extend it on both sides, out 1. Okay, and then behind it, right here, we're just going to put the black. Okay, again, feel free to do whatever kind of design you want. I just like that. And then I went ahead one more time and put the white like that. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Perfect. Now right here on this row, okay, so right where that sticky piston is on the block in front, you're going to put a row going like that. Okay, and then you're going to come up 2, 1, 2. So it's a total of 3 on the ends. Okay, and then you're going to come all the way, all the way across with it. Perfect. And let me just double check where that line goes. Yeah, it does go right behind, right? Yep. And you can actually put your line of dirt right behind this, right there. So let's go ahead, and we don't need those anymore. Let's take out our dirt. Okay, just gonna put it right there. Okay, you do have to extend this one out, but leave this one empty. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, now what we're gonna do, see this middle one right here? We're gonna actually break this. Okay, I forgot about that. We're gonna break that, and we're gonna go ahead, and we're gonna put our observer facing that way. Okay, we're gonna put a torch in front of that, and then just for the purposes of keeping everything nice, I'm gonna use the white. We're gonna put a block there with another torch. Okay, the torch should be off. Perfect. Set down a junk block for 1 second. Put 2 hoppers facing into each other. Break that first one, and then put it facing in. So we got a little bit of a clock, and then you could break this. You could leave it, whatever you want to do. Doesn't really matter. I guess we can just leave it. Okay. Then what you're going to do is right on top of that, you're going to crouch. Make sure you crouch. You're going to put 2 pieces of redstone dust, and then throw something inside. Doesn't matter what it is. Just throw a block inside. And I actually forgot to get more than 1 redstone. Okay, so I'm just going to put redstone in it. It doesn't matter what it is. Just put it inside. Okay, cool. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to put a comparator facing out into a block. Okay, we're going to put a torch right there off of that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to break a block right behind, there we go, right behind where the piston is. And we're going to put repeaters. Okay, just like that. Cool. Now for this one, we're going to break it back 3. Okay. And only for this first one here, see where this repeater is? We're going to go right to the right block. Okay. We're going to break these 2 and break another 2 for now. Okay, just leave it like that for now. Okay. We're going to put redstone dust, 3 pieces like that. You're going to put off of this one that goes into the repeater, you're going to put a torch. Okay, and we'll come back to that in a second. Okay, now what we're going to do is in between each of these. So see how we're skipping this one? Okay, we already did the torch here. Skip the first 2. In this one, we're going to put a repeater here, a repeater here, a repeater here. And again, if we're going to be doing the extension, we're going to put another repeater here. So just go ahead and do that. And then just break these, and put a piece of redstone like that, another piece of redstone there, and then we're going to put the repeater here for this one. So we're still going to get the repeater in between. We're just pushing it back 1, and the rest of these are here. Now, the reason we did that is because what we want to do, just break that block for a second. See that right there? That's what we want to get to. Okay, so you're going to break those blocks. Okay, just until that. So if this is a torch, you got a block empty underneath. You come out, and then you can just come like this. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? Hopefully it does. And then what you can go ahead and do is just put that back and put that back. You don't have to, but you know, you guys should know that I'm a little OCD with stuff like that. Okay, so that's how it looks from the back. Cool. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to put a repeater, skip a space, repeater, skip a space, repeater, skip a space, repeater, skip a space, repeater. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our note blocks. Okay. And what I did is a specific tone. So if you guys want to know how to get that one, it's just going up by 5 except for the first one. So the first one is 1, hit it once. Then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you guessed it, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 20. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so we got 20 on that one. So it's 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. And then obviously, where is it? Where'd it go? Where I wrapped it around over here, it's the same. So it's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then I think I started over. I think it was 30, then I went 1, 5, 10, like that. You guys can use whatever tone you want. I just happen to really like that tone. All right, so that part is done. So now let's just finish off the front really quickly. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put all of these away really quick. Okay, we're going to take down all of our shulker boxes. I do have them in order, the Roy G. Biv, as much as I can. Okay, and you want to make sure that they look like this. Okay, not like this. See how you can see that? Because you won't be able to open it this way. See how you can see that little square there? So make sure you place it against the back so you can actually open your boxes. Okay, so just like that. You can actually put item frames on them too. It's pretty cool. So you can actually put item frames on them. Let me just show you what that looks like in case you've never seen it. So you crouch place an item frame, and then you can actually open up the shulker box, and then it goes like that. It looks pretty cool. All right, and then before we actually put everything on, we're gonna come over here really quickly. Okay, actually we can put all of these away. We already got them in. Now let's take our black concrete. Let's take that. Let's take our white concrete. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a piece of black concrete here. So you're gonna break that. Oops. Okay, we're gonna put in. Actually, you know what? Let's put our rails on. Now you are gonna be able to get your rails back. Just an FYI. So put your rails on. Okay. With this new update they just had literally yesterday, you're able to get your rails back. Originally they stayed, but now they don't. So now what you're going to do, as soon as you put on your item frame, that's going to go down. So you put it on, and there we go. And now you get all of your goodies. Okay? And then we're going to come to this side over here, and we're going to put another item frame. And then what you're going to do is place one inside here, and you're going to notice that it's going to open. So then turn it sideways to make it look like a diamond. And then what you got to do is make this one look like a diamond too, so everything's even. Okay, so again, if you wanted to, instead of putting this this black here, you can go ahead and put another observer. That way it looks kind of cool. Looks even. I just happen to like the black. I think it's fine. Now what you're going to do with the red is come out, or whatever other design you have, come out like this, 1, 2, 3, and then come up 1, 2, 3 as well. Come over this way, and then 1, 2, 3, and then bang, bang. Okay, now if you're gonna leave it like this, okay, if you're gonna leave it like this, what you could do is break this block and put your crafting table right here. Okay, so that way when you go to use it, or when you go to get everything else, it's there, but it's still usable. Okay, however, let's put that back for now. However, if you're gonna turn it, okay, what I suggest you do, break these two reds. Okay. Actually, I need to see where it is. Hold on. So what I do is make sure the minecarts are popped out. It just makes it easier. Where this minecart is, this is going to be 1, diagonally 2, diagonally 3, and then this is 4. On the 4th one, you're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do everything over again. So you're going to displace everything we did from the beginning, and this is where you would start your next line, right here. Okay, so diagonally, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then what I did is I put the red here. Okay, we come all the way over with it, blah, 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 and then your white would go right there. Okay, and then what I did was I took the crafting table and I put it right in the middle, just like so. All right, so again, if you're going to connect it, let's get rid of this white for a second, because if you're going to connect it, again, you go 3 down, you take out your repeater, okay, and your redstone. So you put a repeater there, and then we have to just find, I think it's this one. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one, sorry. So if you're looking at it, it's the one under the dirt. Okay, and that's where you would find it. So you just, and then what you do is you just connect them. So you just look for it. You go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is that enough? Yep. And you'll definitely have enough. You won't have to use another repeater. You can't use another repeater. It'll throw off the pattern. So then you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. okay? And then you'd have another repeater here, right? Which means you'd have, another piston there, which means you'd have another repeater here, and then 1, 2, 3, another repeater there. Okay, it would make sense if you actually did the pistons, like we did it. Okay, and then you do the same thing for the top. Okay, you do the exact same thing for the top. So if you had your sticky piston here, okay, if you had your sticky piston there, again, we're gonna have our repeater one down like that. You would just have it over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and then again, you do the same thing here. You'd have one here, and you'd have another piston would be right there with another piston here. 1, 2, 3. Whoops, too far. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? So that's how you turn it, and then when it's all said and done, it will look something like this, but whatever style you have. And then I just went ahead and did the same thing over here. I just put black there and black there. If you wanted to have two independent ones, like if you didn't want this to open up, if you wanted this one to just open up this one, then don't connect them. Just stop where we stopped, and then you could just do everything all over here, obviously. Okay, or if you wanted a button, you just get rid of the observer block, put a regular block, and just put a button on that side and do everything the exact same. But I thought it looked much cooler. I wanted to give you guys one that was hidden. I just thought it looked way cooler this way. All right, but anyway, guys, that's gonna do for me. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful, if you liked it. I thought it was really creative. I took an old build that I had, which was just a popcorn one, and I kind of made it a little cooler now that we have the Shulker boxes, because I made that way before consoles had Shulker boxes and observers, and I just kind of modernized it and made it a little cooler. Added a crafting table, and yep. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me. Until next time, Captain Ivy's out. Peace.